Guys, and welcome back to another Tea Tuesday. Let's get into it. Short and simple. So my mom suggested that I do a thing on the first city that I lived in. And I say city because it's technically a city, but it's super rural, Gyeonggi-do area. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, I originally moved to Korea and I taught at an agriculture high school slash 2-year college. It was private public combo. It was a weird situation, but I taught there for 2.5 years, or 3 contracts basically. And it was in Yeoju-shi. I say she because when I first moved to Korea, it was gun. Gun in Korean is like town, I guess would be the equivalent in English is town. So Yeoju-gun, Yeoju town. And then Yeoju-shi came a couple months after I moved there because they had over 100,000 people in the city. Not really. But like it was a small city that had just become a city when I first moved to Korea. And I thought I'd talk about living in basically a small city because I don't live in a small city now. I live in a pretty decently large suburb of Seoul. And yeah, what is it like to live in a small town, small city, Korea? Now, I will preface this by saying I was in Gyeonggi-do. So I was like an hour away by bus because there was no subway. I was an hour away by bus to Gangnam. Okay, so I was close to a large city and I could go to the large city on the weekends. I couldn't go during the week because like last bus home is like 10 o'clock. So that's just not gonna cut it, a couple hours and then, whatever. So not a big deal, but yeah, so I was in a small town, but I was close enough to the big city that it wasn't like super, oh my God, I am isolated. The other thing is, I wasn't really isolated anyway. Yeoju, when I first moved there, this is no longer the case, but when I first moved there, Yeoju had a huge, gigantically large, for the size of the city, native English teacher population. They had, I think, like 30 or 40 teachers when I first moved there because they were City Hall funded, and the City Hall put teachers in super rural schools. Like all of the elementary schools had a native teacher, at least. And some of the middle and some of the high schools had a native teacher, which is insane because a lot of places weren't like that. They were cutting for high school. They were cutting for middle school. My school was a special case, so it wasn't City Hall funded. It was privately funded, so that was a thing. But yeah, the native English teacher population in Yeoju was gigantic. So I really didn't. I moved to Korea and I was welcomed into this community, and I got to learn a lot about Korea, about Yeoju, about living here, the ups and downs. Like I had people that I could be like, I don't know what I'm doing. What is this? How do I do this? What do I need to do? Where do I need to go? And I got a lot of help when I first moved there, and I had people that I could hang out with, and do things with. And that was amazing. And that's not always the case because a lot of times you may be like the only foreigner in your town or like have 5 other foreigners. So my case is really special insofar as I was with other foreigners, especially when I first moved here. And that saved me so much. It saved me so much. I made friends, and I met people. Shout out to Ariel and Amy. She's not here anymore. And Carolyn, she's not here anymore. But Ariel's here. That's great. Ava's here. Although I met Ava after, because Ava moved. Anyway, besides the point. Let's not get sidetracked. But yeah, like the foreign community in Yeoju was awesome. Like there were a large number of us. So like I could learn, you know, we go here, we go there, we go here, we don't go here because this guy's kind of an asshole, etc., you know? Or like, oh, this place is amazing pizza. Or, hey, does anybody want to go get dinner tonight and stuff? I have that here in my town now, but my town is much bigger. And there is a giant Hagwon Street just not too far from me. So there's a lot of native teachers really close to me. But in a small city, it was really rare to have that many foreigners in the city. So it was great. The other thing that I missed when I first moved out of Yeoju, and I didn't really get until I lived in where I'm living now for about a year, is the niceness of the people. So let's just, story time, basically. Let's talk about a little story that happened to me. I had been in Korea for less than 1 week, okay? I was a hot mess because Trixie was quarantined, but I didn't know much. I was still jet lagged. I was sleeping weird hours, but like, I didn't know what I was doing. And there was a convenience store really close to my house. Well, I only had cash. I didn't have a bank account at this time or anything. So I'm like, with my my Korean cash, I go to the CU near my house, and I'm like, I bought a kimbap. I remember I bought a kimbap, and I'm going to pay, and the guy speaks to me in Korean and tells me how much it is, and I'm just like, I'm looking at my cash, and I'm like, I have no idea what you just said to me. And this owner of the CU, who ended up just, I love him, and his wife, he told his wife, he's like, oh, he took the amount of cash that it was like $1, I think. And he's like, 1 second, in Korean, he's like, 잠시만요. And he tells his wife something, and then he's like, come, and proceeded to take me outside to where they had some benches and show me each Korean bill and say what it was in Korean and made me repeat him. He taught me how to count Korean money within my first week. It was amazing. Like, dude did not have to take his time to show me how to count money in Korean. But he did, because he saw that I was new. He saw that I was going insane, and he just helped me. And that was Yeoju. Like, that was the foreign community, but that was also the Korean community. Like, my co-teachers went above and beyond. My Korean friends, like, if I needed help, they would come over and like help me put up something in my room, or they'd call my landlord, or they'd call, you know, they'd help me, like getting my first phone in Korea or anything. Like, everybody was so helpful and so nice in the city. I became a regular at places, and like, I visit Yeoju still because I have really, really close friends down there still, and I go there sometimes. And when I walk into my favorite restaurants, because I visit them because I love them, oh, long time no see, how are you? Oh, how's your new city? How is everything? How are you? And like, sometimes I haven't been to these places for a year, but they still remember me because I was a regular. I would go, you know, once a month or once every 2 weeks or something like that. My favorite bar actually closed down, and I was really sad about it. But like, she would always ask about me. The owner would ask about me with my friends and stuff, like, oh, how's Kara? How's she doing? And, you know, all of that stuff, my Korean friend and stuff. So yeah, like, when I go to Yeoju, and I have students that are still there that like come and like jump on me randomly after I've been gone for almost 3 years, or two years. But I still have students who live in Yeoju because agriculture school, they took over the farms of their family and stuff, come and like run and hug me, or like, oh, Kara? Like, you know, that is small town Korea, at least my experience. People are kind, and it's a lot slower of a life. Like, things are real chill. Whereas in the big cities, it's Bali Bali. I mean, you still have the Bali Bali mentality, like the hurry, hurry, we have to go everywhere. But it was a lot more like chill and relaxed and nothing super crazy and stuff. So my small town life in Korea, while not always peachy, wasn't bad. I love Yeoju. I consider Yeoju my Korean hometown. I tell people about it all the time. I'm like, you know, King Sejong is buried in Yeoju, and his tomb area is beautiful. You should visit. It's only 500 won. Or, oh, did you know that there's Chaliksa temple there? It's gorgeous. It's right on the river. It's beautiful. You should go. Or, oh, did you know that there's a river there? Oh, did you know that, you know, the Yeoju Premium Outlets? Everybody knows that one. But, like, there's so much to do. I don't miss living there, but I miss living there, if that makes sense. But anyway, it is what it is, right? My small town living was good. So, yeah. That's it for today. If you guys have questions, you can just leave them in the comment section below, and I'll try and answer them in one of my other videos and stuff. But until next time, I love you guys. Bye.